Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new LEGO Star Wars Castaways video. Over the last couple of weeks we've had a few interviews come out about the game, which reveals that we are indeed going to be getting plenty of post-launch content for the game. So today I wanted to go over that news with you guys, as well as talking about what kind of content I would like to see. So back when the game came out, there was an interview between the general manager of Gameloft Montreal, Lee Caburis, and creative director Jacques Durand with True North Bricks. In that interview, True North Bricks asked Lee and Jacques where the story fit in the Star Wars timeline, to which they said that the original trilogy is their baseline. However, researchers on the island and the game developers are working hard to bring additional content from other regions of the Star Wars universe. So that there was confirmation on post-launch content, which is amazing to see, as I'm really enjoying the game so far. It is, however, very vague and leaves it all to interpretation. With that being said, Lee and Jacques did another interview, this time with Shack News, that came out on November 29th, so almost a week after the True North Bricks one, and at the end of the article, Shack News was straight to the point and asked, what type of content do you have planned for after the launch of the game? Lee went on to say that we see this game as a prime location to showcase Star Wars content, whether it's from the past, present, or the many years to come, which is very exciting to hear. I'm really hoping that they'll release a variety of content inspired by the different TV shows coming out over the next couple of years, on top of the films and TV we've already had. Lee continues by saying that the next few months are going to be focused on enhancing the existing progression systems with regular content updates, giving players new opportunities to grow and progress, and building up re-engagement around key IP beats. I think it's great to see that they're focusing on improving and adding to the current progression systems, as that will heavily improve the replayability of this game. Whilst I think they've done a really good job for now, if they add more cosmetics and missions, then a lot of people probably won't progress too much, so after a couple of goes in the new stuff, then they may get bored and move on to something else. By adding to the progression systems though, they're making it easier for people who want to stay with the game for longer, and whilst we're getting these updates, they can work on some bigger content for release further down the line. I'm not going to be making any assumptions as to what they could be doing with all of this, but I'm definitely excited to see what they get up to, and hopefully we'll hear more about it very soon. So if we do get any news in the coming weeks and months, then be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all things LEGO Star Wars Castaways, among many other Star Wars games. So that's all of the news side of things, but since launch I've wanted to make a video on the type of content that I'd like to see added to the game, so I thought that this video presents the perfect opportunity for that. The game already has some really good features such as the 2 holosims and the PvP mode, so I'd like to see more from those. For the holosims, all you can really do is add more maps. For the character holosim for the original trilogy, then they can only really add Bespin, but then they can expand to the likes of Rogue One, Rebels, Solo, The Mandalorian, and any future shows or films set in that same time period, in order to get more maps into the game for the Galactic Civil War. As for the vehicle holosim, then again look at these for inspiration. You could have one vehicle holosim set in the Maelstrom from Solo, or even Scarif in space or in the planet. There's a lot of really unique things that they can already do for the Galactic Civil War alone, so hopefully we'll see more of that. But of course I also want to see the same kind of content but for the Clone Wars and the sequels. For holosims, as I said, you can only really add new maps from all areas of Star Wars, and for the PvP it's just new maps and modes. The PvP doesn't really work like it does for games like Call of Duty, where you find a lobby and then enter the game and such, so when I've played, I've typically only played with 2 or 3 other people, so you could potentially add new game modes to it on top of new maps, but right now I don't think that should really be a priority. Speaking of PvP, you do have the island races, which can be started at the bottom of the map. However, it's in quite a hidden location, so I feel like a lot of people don't really know it's there. There needs to be some kind of encouragement for races as they happen inside the social hub, and so far I don't think I've really been told about them from the game either, or perhaps they change it so that you actually matchmake into the race instead. If they do that, then they could add new maps based on existing Star Wars locations, and I think that could really benefit the mode. Since the game has a pretty heavy focus on the social side of things, I think it would be cool to see more inside the social hub to encourage that. Whilst there's already a fair bit with these party poppers, the races and emotes, I think it would be great to see things like a dartboard by the bar. Tales from the Galaxy's Edge shows us how darts looks in Star Wars, so it'd be really fun to see that in Castaways. You could therefore play it solo or with others on the island. If a player goes to start one of these social games, then I think there needs to be some kind of invite or prompt for other players in the session to see, so that they're actually aware that it's happening. I think that would really benefit the social aspect of the game, as right now it doesn't really feel like that's a strong element besides the small tricks that you can play on other people. Finally then, the biggest thing I'd love to see in Castaways is just a ton of new cosmetics from all eras. There's still a lot they can add from the original trilogy, so I'd really love to see those added, but then of course I really want to see cosmetics from other eras as well. Star Wars is huge, and it would be great to see a lot of characters that we know and love come to the game in the form of cosmetics for us to wear. For example, clone troopers, Sith troopers, or absolutely anything else you see in Star Wars. Ultimately, LEGO Star Wars Castaways has started off really strong, and honestly all I really hope for at the very least is more of the same content from other areas in the original trilogy, as well as other eras in the universe. Let me know in the comments what type of content you would like to see in the future from Castaways. That is it from me today though guys, thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.